Hey everybody, good Monday morning. Sitting here looking outside my windows, it just kind of looked cold and dark and kind of dreary for a Monday morning here. And it's 7:42 now. It's done got daylight. But I woke up this morning thinking about Elvis singing that song as I looked out, and it looked so cold outside. On a cold Chicago morn, another little baby child is born in the ghetto. Yeah. Um, so the morning post this morning is: Can people change? Can they really? Can people really change? Can someone decide just to go a new way? Can a person rethink things? And I guess that's probably still on my brain this morning because Jim Swilly yesterday at Metron, I go to a place called Metron on Sunday mornings over in Kirkwood. And Jim was just talking about that whole doctrine of back in the church days of being born again. And can a person really change? So anyhow, I was thinking about that this morning in the context of Margaret Taylor Greene, who's now in a feud with the president. And I thought about, can people really change? Can someone decide just to go a new way, chart a new course, become a new creature, a different person? Can they really? And I look back over my life, and I've seen, back in the old days of born-again religions, people's like, oh, you're a new creature in Christ, all the old things passed away, you walk in new light, and all like that. I've seen very little of that, actually. I did see it occasionally. I seen like my Uncle Tootie, my Aunt Lottie's husband. He was one of them bad alcoholics. All his life he drank. He'd go down to even buy aftershave and drink it. Polly Peachtree they called it back then. And just a bad alcoholic. And then maybe he was in his 40s or whatever. And he repented of his sins and gave his life to Christ. Never drank another drop. And he was just a different person after he come to know what we called come to know the Lord back then. Just a different person. Never did go back to his old ways. And he was always kind of ornery and hateful to people. And he was just so tender-hearted after that. It was something happened. And that was rare. That was rare. But anyhow, can people change? Can someone decide to go a new way? Can a person rethink the way they live and maybe do things different? With Margaret Taylor Greene, we will find out if she has changed. But if she has, can we forgive her? Do we give people second chances anymore in society? How would she ever convince us that something changed in her heart? Because all change starts right here. Lord knows the world could certainly use a little more kindness. I used to think that hate can only take you so far. But it took Trump to the highest office in the world. And once he got there, he only hates more, y'all. He is filled with hate from the moment he goes to bed mad tweeting things out up until he gets up and goes to bed the next day. All day long. He has lived his whole life just hating people. He now hates Margaret Taylor Greene. She may be just smarter than we thought she was, and realizing that hate can take her no further than her just being a congressperson from that Hickville part of Georgia out there around Rome. And maybe she decided to chart a better course for a brighter future for herself. Then again, she could actually care about the people of her district who are losing their health insurance. Brad Raffensperger is proposing to eliminate property taxes for seniors as governor. As a senior, that speaks to me. I have long felt that after paying property taxes our whole lives, some of us for 50 years, that seniors should be exempt from them. So there's that. And I don't know why Keisha Lance Bottoms is running for governor, unless she's just on some kind of ego trip. She was so bad as mayor of Atlanta during all that time that she decided not to run again. You know why? Because she knew she couldn't get reelected. What has she done? I saw two ladies walking up Cleveland Avenue last night as I was coming home, carrying Walmart bags. The two of them. They was about a mile or mile and a half up Cleveland from Walmart. I thought, my goodness, a lot of people have it rough, have it hard. Yesterday at Metron, a place I go to on Sunday mornings, I heard that one of my Metron friends was in the hospital fighting for her life. That was just so hurtful. You know, I don't know no other word to describe that when you hear that about somebody. Knowing how sweet and precious a person she is. Life is so fragile, y'all. The older I get, the more I appreciate my health. And I am just downright lucky to have made it this far in life. Sometimes the only thing we have left to offer in situations like that is just prayer. That is why I will never throw my prayer tool, belief, out of my bag of life's tools. Sometimes it's all we have left is just a prayer for somebody. I am already thinking about 2026, which will be here in a few weeks. For January, I want to start the year off in January on a sugar detox for the whole month. And then every Monday of January, fast that day. To set the whole year in motion for a healthier lifestyle in 2026. We need our bodies, and we need them as healthy as we can get them. For the journey ahead into old age is fraught with dangers. Elvis sang about another little baby child is born on a cold Chicago morn in the ghetto. Yeah. There is still a lot of that in the richest country in the world. People struggling to get by. If you think life is hard, think if you had to walk miles with grocery bags to get home. And then a lot of times have to cook for a bunch of kids. Yeah. I hope that Margaret Taylor Greene has had a change of heart. My goodness. I hope one day a lot of MAGA has a change of heart and decides hate is not the answer. And y'all do know that the MAGA people out here on Facebook and Instagram that take the time or run across this, they'll be like, it ain't hate, that's just who he is. That's not really hate, that's just the way he is, that's just the way he talks. Can you imagine living in a time where people try to paint hate in every color they can except being like, that's inappropriate. He shouldn't be doing that. You know? But even if you get them to agree, yes, very inappropriate, they still going to vote for him. Makes no sense, y'all. Makes no sense. Good Monday morning, sweet people. I am lucky to be alive this morning. You are lucky to be alive as well. The picture over on my Facebook page is a little house we bought in southeast Atlanta. 1118 Dobbs Drive. Heather standing outside in the snow. You know, poor people love snow, don't they? I made some little shutters to go on the rundown little house to brighten it up, painted them red. The owner financed it because our credit was shot because the first house we bought in Austell got foreclosed on. And just to think all of these years later, we still getting by, still eating, still sitting in a warm house, still got a lot to be thankful for. Yeah. We're closing out one year, about to start another. Yeah. Love y'all. See y'all. Good Monday morning, everybody.